Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganam Raghunatham Vitham Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pradhan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakamritam Stram Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Jakshurunmilitam Yena Dasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namo Vishnu Badaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Sri Varshavanavadevi Daitaya Kripavade Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryochvala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Sri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudappa Siddhanta Dvantarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Kipaika Vidya Ya Maryada Rakshati Vaishnavanam Kripavalam Madhava Prasthakami Shri Bhakti Dam Bharatimashrayami Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhupyevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Gaura, Dandavad to all of you. And yes, I'm very happy to be again with you. And last week we had a lot of great days. There was the day of Srila Rupa Goswami we celebrated, and then also Balaram Avirbhav. Now soon Janmashtami Tithi is coming, so it's a very auspicious time. And last time we also already started to discuss something about, Balaram and Nityananda, they are not different from each other, so that pastime with the, you remember, no, with the thieves, how they were first of all trying to, because they were so attracted to the ornaments which are decorating Nityananda Prabhu's transcendental body. So they wanted to enjoy the wealth actually which belongs to Gurudev. So, and that's why later on they had to go through so much suffering, and they were cheated in many ways. And finally one of them, he was ready to, it was the boss that who was previously a Brahmana, and but became like a thief, and then again he came to his senses and surrendered to Nityananda Prabhu. He would realize something, no? So we need all to be beaten somehow by the material energy, that we can come again to our real senses, to wake up in one way. So yes, so this pastime we were discussing, and it's really because we have always that Bogadarshan, no? We like to exploit, and we like to enjoy with our senses the best possible way, and but actually it's never satisfying, really. if you think practically, also that satisfaction has always an end. So that's why we have to try, or Guru and Vaishnava, they try to guide us in that direction of that darshan or that enjoyment which is really everlasting and long-lasting. That is to have, especially to develop this seva darshan. But this is like a big thing for those who are in for a long time in this roaming in this material world. It's not so easy to just develop this vision that yes, now not everything belongs to me anymore, but everything belongs to the Lord, and I have to become a servant. It's easy to be a master and command others, but to serve others and serve having this mood that everything is meant for the Lord's pleasure, that is quite a thing to develop for us, especially which are used to that darshan of exploiting and enjoying. But anyway, by Gurudev's mercy and Vaishnava's mercy, they by their example, they show us how they themselves are living, how they themselves are dealing with all the items in this material world, and from them we can learn. And actually these ornaments of Nitai, they are there was once also one Brahmin, he became suspicious about these ornaments, about Nitai, because he thought how a sannyasi, he can wear all these costly things like fine silk instead of the ordinary loin clothes or a saffron clothes. And Nitai, he would not carry a danda, he would just carry one like an iron rod, and he was decorated like very astonishingly, chewing always pan, this betel nut, and smeared with fragrant sandalwood and garlands and these gold ornaments, silver and everything. So it was quite a confusion for this Brahmana that how it is possible in the ashram of sannyas that one can wear those things. It's nowhere written, nowhere is anything allowed like this. Sannyasis should avoid like gold, like anything, and those things. So they should have no contact. But how is it possible? So, and then it was that because he had some faith in Mahaprabhu, but not in Nityananda, and Mahaprabhu somehow he removed his doubts, because he said that actually Nityananda, he is totally pure. He has, like if you see the lotus leaves or the lotus, it's not, it's completely untouched by the water. So that is Nitai. He has nothing to do with this material world. He is like also, he's called like avadut, like someone who is behaving in a way which is not, in a way which is not, we cannot comprehend it. What is, it's, everything is very unpredictable, and for those in this material world it looks like very strange. But he is always in the, connected with the eternal world. So then, but for us, for those who are in this material world, it looks strange, and that's why it's also, Srila Rupa Goswami gives us also a warning that the Vaishnavas, they are like Trishta Swabhava Chaniter Babusascha Doshe. He's saying in Upadeshamrita, Na Prakita Tvamya Bhakta Janasya Basa Gangam Basamna Kalabutpura Bena Pankaya Brahma Travatram Abhagachati Niratamaya. That means that like the Ganga, the Ganga is always pure. But still on the Ganga you see sometimes some bubbles, some foam, or here in Mayapur even one can see, unfortunately, because now the civilization is going so down that they also some dead bodies or like some animal bodies like cows or dog can also be there sometimes. So it's, but still the Ganga is always pure, no? And that is the same with the Vaishnava. And we should not, also Mahaprabhu said that, but this behavior of the Vaishnavas, like wearing all those kind of fancy decorations, like Nityananda Prabhu is not meant for everyone, no? They are our dude. So others, they can go to hell by imitating. If we imitate those great personalities, then will be a big problem, because like Shiva, no, Shivji Maharaj also, he was drinking all the poison which was there produced by the churning of the milk ocean. But if someone imitates Shiva now to drink or just to touch or smell this poison, then what will happen? So, but Shivji, it was just, he became famous as Nila Kanta, no, with the blue throat, because he kept this poison there, he drank it. He did not let it go down, because there in his heart is the Lord, no, it's Ishtadev. So he don't want that the poison goes down, so he kept it in the throat. And but what to speak of ordinary persons, no? They can never digest such poisonous things. So that's why to imitate is only death sentence for us in any way. And Sukadev Goswami in the Bhagavatam writes that Dharma Vyatikramatishta Ishvaranam cha sahasam dechasam nadoshaya vanhe sarvabhuchoyata. That means that those powerful personalities, the status of those personalities, they can never really transgress dharma or morality. There's no harm if they transgress it, no, because they are out of it. There it's written Deja Samna Doshaya. So like Vanya Sarva Bhujoyada, that they can, like fire, which is there and devours everything and makes it pure, and the fire is always unpolluted. No, you can put a stool in the fire. Stool is a contaminated thing, but still if you throw it in the fire, then also the fire can devour it easily and will never be touched by this or contaminated by this. So that's why we should never see any, if we see any strange behavior or something in Vaishnavas, then we should be very careful, because it said Vaishnava Chinite Naradevara Shakti, that even the Devatas, they cannot understand the behavior of those great personalities. So it's easy to, as a material person, from the material vision, to judge them, and in that way we can go to hell. So it's very dangerous. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself gave that Brahmana the example of that 6 sons. No, once Brahma, he was there, and he was somehow, it was created like this pastime that he got attracted to his own daughter, and then those 6 sons, they were laughing, and we say, oh, that Brahma is bewildered by Cupid, no? He's running after his own daughter, and they started to laugh. But what was the result? Mahaprabhu told that they were forced to be born in demon families, no? And they had to suffer a lot. And then over many births, that first they came in the family of Hiranyakashipu, then also into the family of Kamsa. I mean, they were the 6 sons which came in the womb of Devaki. And then Kamsa killed those 6 sons. So they had to undergo a lot of trouble because of this offense. So Mahaprabhu is giving this example that we have to be very careful to judge Vaishnavas, what they do and how they behave. Yes, and Mahaprabhu also said that because while that Brahmana, he was only having faith in Mahaprabhu, Like some, they have only faith in God, but they don't feel it necessary to take shelter at Guru, no? Many religions are there, you can just approach God directly. But Mahaprabhu is saying that those who are simply worshipping me, by not my devotees, they are just proud. No, they are so they are not qualified to get my mercy. Mahaprabhu is saying, and same is also with Gurudev. No, Guru is also there, and Guru is surrounded by the disciples. So if we just think, oh, we can only worship Guru, we can only serve Guru, then also it's not complete, because it's said that also the sevakas of Guru, they are also worshipped. So in this way, one has to harmonize all those things, that we don't get it wrong, like this Brahman. So that is a pastime to show us and to teach us these things. And Nityananda is always, he is beyond all these rules and regulation. And who really has the power to understand him? It's impossible. In Mahaprabhu said that even if Nitai, he goes to a liquor shop and he associates with some kind of outcast girls, and then still he is worshipable for Brahma, Shankar and everyone. No? So this is the position of Nityananda Prabhu. And then the Brahmana, he felt very, very ecstatic and happy, and he went immediately to Nityananda Prabhu and fell flat to his feet to offer his obeisances and beg for forgiveness. And Nityananda, with his merciful glance, was blessing him and distributing his kripa. So yes, in this way, that's why the most important day actually for us in the year is this day. Babaji Maharaj was funny. He told, when he came here on that day, Balaram Avibhavtiti, then he was saying that, usually on Janmashtami you do so much decoration, like some flowers and this and that for Krishna, but here, because we did not do, and there was no decoration, but here you don't do anything. So in this way he indicated actually that it is more important, even we should more celebrate this Balaram Avibhavtiti, because it is Guru Tattva. No? Guru Tattva is the most essential thing for us aspiring devotees. So without Guru Tattva, without coming in contact with the devotees which are wandering here, Janasya Krishnat Vimukasya Daivat Adharam Shilasya Sudukshidasya Anugrahaye Acharanti Nunam Budhani Pavyani Chanardanasya. No, Srimad Bhagavatam is saying that all those who are like absorbed in adharma and sinful activities, so Guru is coming and trying to help them, try to deliver them. So that is the most essential thing for us. And Gurudev also, Balaram, he has this plow, no? This tool to cultivate the field, which is representing really our heart. Because without cultivating the field, how the farmer can plant the seeds, no? So it has to be, first of all, get fertile and very nicely with the plow. Here in India you can still see that method of plowing, or using the plow. They have very big, huge wooden plows, and it's quite nice to see that, because it always reminds us, no, and Balaram. And then some strong bulls are there in front, and they go up and down in the fields very happily, doing this hard work. So that is also Guru, is there to cultivate our heart, make it fertile, and then the seed of Bhakti can be planted there. Yes, and because the only Nitai's mercy as devotee, not only, I cannot say in the beginning, always. It's all through in our spiritual life. We need always be, because it's like anugatya, no? We are always being under the shelter of Guru Tattva, which at the end, when it goes higher, it will be going up to Srimati Radhika. But so we are always under or in need of this kripa of Guru Tattva. And like we can see how all those great personalities in our Vaishnava literature, for example, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, no? We all know how he was, first of all, he could not run away from home. There was also first there was actually Mahaprabhu, he told him that he should not be mad. Stira hanegariyao nahoi vattul, krame krame pai babaloka sindukul. You should just be patient and return home, and don't be foolish, nahoi vattul. Don't be like a crazy. And because you cannot cross this ocean just in one step, it is gradually only possible. So this is also very important teaching for us, because sometimes we also come to Krishna consciousness and then we think, oh yes, now, like one devotee, I was also from Brazil, he just threw everything and took a flight ticket and came without chapel, without clothes, without any belly. But this is not possible. So then later also he was not having still so many unwanted things in his heart, which did not allow him to really stay and surrender. So then he had to go back, and it was a big problem for the other devotees, to arrange his ticket and this and that. So we should not be mad to just, it goes like krame krame. There's gradually we will become free. And then he said also, Mahaprabhu, ma khat vairagya na koro lo kadekane yata yoga vishay gunjana saktane, that you don't be like a show bottle, no? This kind of monkey renunciation. The monkey also is naked, he has no home, nothing, he's only jumping from one tree to that tree, but actually in his mind he's always watching, where I can get food, where I can get some she-monkey or this and that. So he's always ready for sense gratification, but maybe he has no clothes and no home. So this is false renunciation. Renunciation has to be also accordingly. And then Mahaprabhu said, Antaranishta kare bhayaloka vyahara, achiret Krishna tomai kore vyavahara. So in this way you go home and do everything normally, just satisfy your parents in that way, and that they cannot disturb you, but internally you are going on and cultivating this kind of Krishna consciousness, this to make a fire inside. So really that this love can grow, and in this way he was sent back by Mahaprabhu, and but still sometimes it was okay, but always sometimes the mother would say to the father that I think you have to bind him with chains or bind him, and the father said, how? Do you think really that chains can bind him to this place? We have such a big palace, like uncomparable with anything in this world, like Indra, the heavenly planets. There, such a palace he is living, and has such a beautiful wife also, which is like a heavenly damsel. So if this is not binding him, how any chains can bind him? No, those whose heart is really on fire, they are like the Ganga. Then the Ganga is just flowing to the ocean. it doesn't matter which stones are there in between or which obstacles there in between. There is only the goal, the destination is the ocean. It just flows and flows and flows. So the heart of the devotee is like this. So in that way, but once he had the chance, because it was announced that Raghav Pandit would make one festival, and I mean that we know that is in Panihati, that Chirdati Utsav, and there were the devotees they are preparing some nice earth pots with some flat rice and then some fresh yogurt, some milk also, and then some cashew, some fruits, mango, and this way. So there's this festival, and then Raghunath Das Goswami was asking his parents if he could also go there, and then yes, okay, we allow, because now he is quite normal, and of course some guards were sent with him, and also a lot of money because they are extremely rich. So then he would also sponsor to that feast, and in this way. But when he came, then he came to the lotus feet of Nityananda, and there's this beautiful picture which you can also find in internet, where Raghunath Das Goswami is lying on the floor, and Nityananda Prabhu is putting his feet on his head. Like last time I told Noah when I was asking Babaji Maharaj what is the meaning. It's like the umbrella, really, that now you're mine, you're safe, you're under my shelter. And he also, Nityananda said, oh, you tried to steal the property, because he wanted just to go to Mahaprabhu. Without the mercy of Nityananda, it's impossible. So this Leela shows us that we can never get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without first surrendering to Nityananda Prabhu. And then from that moment when Raghunath Das Goswami said, oh really, Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, I'm fed up with this material life, so please arrange some situation. And yes, everything, you just wait. And after that blessing, everything was possible. So we need the blessings. We are blessing collectors in this world. So blessings of Vaishnava, Guru and Vaishnava, they are so important. And with this, all the other shackles, they can slowly open, and we can become free from this material engagement. And so in this way, it really happened that then he was one of the devotees of the Goswamis who was staying, I think, the longest time with Mahaprabhu. Others could not stay so long, but he was continuously staying with Mahaprabhu. And yes, also in that sense, because it was also Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami who later listened from him, because he got also the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Later he was listening to Raghunath Das Goswami, who was there in Radhakund and was speaking all about the life and the teachings. I mean, what he has witnessed in Puri, he is speaking now in front of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he was compiling, or he was writing the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is coming all from the notes or from the remembrance of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. But how did also Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami get this seva? We have to ask. So he also once, before he was in the Grihastha ashram, they had their deities at home, and there was one puchari which was like paid for that to serve the deities there. And then one time to Srila Miniketan Ramdas, he came to visit that house. And Miniketan Ramdas is one of the 12 Twadas Gopals, one associate of Balaram in Vrindavan. So from the 12 cowherd boys, one of them. And Miniketan Ramdas is very also, like before, no, we talked about the behavior of those Avadut devotees. And he comes in that house and he patches everyone on the shoulder, and then also he has a flute and he's just jumping like crazy, jumping also to others on the back, and very difficult to understand a grown man how he's behaving like this. And this Pujari, he also did not pay respect to him. And from that moment, then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also, he decided to, because that was a great offense, because Miniketan Ramdas, in his heart is Balaram Nityananda. So who is offending him is also offending Balaram and Nityananda. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami thought, I must leave this place. It's because where once such offense is happening, it will it's like an infection, no, to all the members, to all the place. I don't know how many degrees all this is spread, but it's very weird. It's when a bharat is happening, then even a whole village can become spoiled because of that, or affected. So then he wanted to go, and then also in night time he had a dream that when Nityananda Prabhu appeared, and he was very, very happy that he is seeing this respect for his devotees, that he decided, because of my devotee, that person was offensive, so I have to leave this place. So he was very happy with that decision from Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And then in that dream he said, now immediately when you wake up, then you leave this place and you run to Vrindavan. And then he would, very ecstatic, he would wake up the next morning and just run to Vrindavan. And Nityananda Prabhu, he said in that dream that you go to, you be there in the shelter of the Goswamis. No? And also there he got this seva of writing Chaitanya Charitamrita. So how? No? Because of the mercy of Guru, we get everything. If we have the mercy of Guru, then what he got? He got the place in Vrindavan, even the highest place, Radhakund. To stay the place, he got Vaishnava association and he got seva. So what more do we want? So that is all by the blessings of Nityananda Prabhu, Balaram. And there are many such cases. No? All Srila Narottam Das Thakur, from where he got kripa. No? That also is when Mahaprabhu once he was there with his devotees, I think it was in Kanai, then he suddenly cried out, "Oh Narottam, Narottam, Narottam," and nobody knew who is this Narottam. And then he said to Nityananda Prabhu that he wanted to go to the river Padma to store there all the love, which Mahaprabhu has in his heart, all the love he wanted to put there in one place. And then that devotee, Narottam, will come and take a bath there, and he will be infused with all this love. So Mahaprabhu went there, and Padma, the river, was asking, how will I recognize that person whom you are speaking? Then Mahaprabhu said, just as soon he is touching your water, then you will overflow, so you will know that this is the person, and to this person you have to give this treasure, which I store now inside your water. And then after some time, Narottam was born, and then later he had a dream also. And who appeared in that dream? Also Nityananda Prabhu, and he said, you go to that river, Padma, and take a bath there, and then all the divine treasure will appear in your heart. And he followed everything, and even his own parents could not recognize him anymore after, because his whole complexion changed when he took a bath there in this river, full of ecstasy, full of love for Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So in this way, the main support in our bhajan is Nityananda Prabhu. It is like the engine of the train. He is like there and all our Guru Varga, they are like the wagons behind. So if we want to catch this train, we have to be connected with this train. If we want to reach the lotus feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, otherwise, so this is the connection which we need to have. And also, it's the Nityananda or Balaram is like the asana, which is inviting Mahaprabhu or Krishna to sit on. So first in the heart has to come Nityananda Prabhu as the asana where Gauranga Mahaprabhu or Krishna will sit later. So this is the rule. There is no other way around than to go. We have to go through Nityananda Prabhu and our Guru Varga. Yes, and it was also these two personalities, also Rupa Goswami. Who is Rupa Goswami? There is also the most important personality in our life, where Babaji Maharaj would always say when those appearance or disappearance days would be of these great personalities, that these names you have to write with golden letters in your heart, in your heart to keep them there, because without the mercy of Rupa Goswami also no one can enter this path of Raganuga Bhakti, and this is a great treasure. So mostly when we come in contact with Srila Rupa Goswami, we also associate it with Raganuga Bhakti, but that is also it's a huge topic which Babaji Maharaj always addresses, and it is very important for him to really give us the right track, because nowadays there's a lot of confusion, especially about this practice, about Rupanuga Bhajan and Raganuga Bhajan, because we are really, Babaji Maharaj, when he starts always this class about Rupa Goswami, he's speaking about the beauty of Rupa Manjari, then he says, what an ugly heart, or what an ugly appearance we have in front of Rupa Goswami, or Rupa Manjari, because the form or the beauty of Rupa Manjari, Rupa Goswami, is so, because it's the embodiment of seva, of the highest love, of the highest seva. So how far we are away from that. And Gurudev also, Srila Bhakti Vigan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, he is saying that it is very significant when and how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving teachings, because where was it in where Srila Rupa Goswami got the teachings? It was in Prayag, the Dash Ashwamedha Ghat. There, I don't know if anyone of you visited. I had one time the chance to go there for some days. It's actually it was long time ago. It was that time was it was one of those astrological constellations which are there. The Kumbh Melas are observed, so there were millions and millions of people. It was not our purpose to go for that. It just was somehow connected at that time, and then because we also wanted to especially to go there because of Srila Rupa Goswami and the Vallabhacharya's house and so many things are there. So it's, but anyway, so this is called Das Ashwamedha Ghat, and there it's a place of yagya. It means the yagya means to attain something. no? Something we do that we get some outcome, because that is for our own enjoyment. But our Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Goswami Maharaj, he is saying that actually we should do a yajna with our 10 senses. No? We should, with the senses, we should serve the Lord. And that is the yajna, Dashvashmedagat. So the senses are like sometimes compared like those horses. And Ashwamedha means like a horse, that sacrifice of a horse. But we have to sacrifice our senses in the service of Krishna. And this is the actual yajna. Then it's not a yajna which we do by offering some horse sacrifice to get something. No, it's offering our senses in the service of Krishna. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam, no? We know that we have to engage all our senses in the seva of the master of all the senses, that is Krishna. So that is the right application of all our senses. Not to use our senses to get something, but to use it for the service of the Lord. And so Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, he would many times say that first deserve and then desire. Because it's really those, there are many Babajis nowadays, here also in Navadvip Dham, in Radhakund or Vrindavan and some areas, and they spreading all kind of poison actually, which is all our Gaudiya Guru Varga, they are strongly preaching against all this, and in the front pioneer of all this Appasiddhanta Dvantahari, the Srila Prabhupada came to uproot all this Appasiddhanta, because it's not possible to start this kind of bhajan in the stage of as soon you have a bodily conception, as long as we have a bodily conception and we have even the slightest smell of enjoying mood in this material world, then this should be all kept very far away, because we have to go first through anartha nivritti, so which means to really pull out, like before Balaram. He is there, Gurudev is there to engage us in some service, to uproot all our anarthas, all our unwanted things, all our contaminations. So the heart has to be crystal clear, and then to realize ourselves, and from that moment, okay, one can aspire for that. That's why first deserve and then desire. There's adhikar necessary, a specific qualification. So that's why Srila Prabhupada, he would always say, has composed these words, Ujjala Raga Pata Gaurava Bhange, that, and Sridhar Maharaj also many times he spoke about this, that we have the highest reverence for this kind of worship, for all those Ragatmika Bhaktis. We carry that on our head, but now we stay with our feet in this world. Now we do our seva, menial service. Okay, we have some goal in that direction. It is there, and we have great reverence for this kind of mood. But now we have to be very humble and just do our seva here, what we have to do. Because there's a huge gap between us and this kind of worship. Like Srila Prabhupada gives the example of one person who was addicted to smoking opium, and he is sitting there with his pipe, and the fire is on the other side. He's sitting on one bank of the river, and on the other bank of the river there's the fire. So like this, there's a huge river behind. How he can ever smoke that if he has no fire? So, and Srila Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj also, he would, because once one one so-called devotee, he tried to imitate, no, those great personalities like Srila Gaura Kishore Das Prabhuji Maharaj. He made also a bhajan kutir near to Gaura Kishore Das Prabhuji Maharaj bhajan kutir. And then he would follow also very rigid all this austerity and tapasya like Gaura Kishore Das Prabhuji Maharaj. But once Gaura Kishore Das Prabhuji Maharaj said that just if an ordinary lady, he just to imitate to be pregnant, so she cannot produce a child just by if she's not pregnant, then it doesn't matter how much he is crying or she is crying or she is doing this and that, she will never get a baby. No? So imitation of this is never possible. And also we always sing, no? Gauranga bolite have bullaka sharira, Hari Hari bolite nayane bhavenira. That, oh, when will I really get, when can I call out Gauranga and all my hairs will stand on end and tears will flow from my eyes. When will that day come? Because this is the day when we are really free from anarthas. Why we cannot cry? Because our heart is like a stone. No? So, but if our heart, our offenses are melting, if it gets soft, then if we come in contact with Gauranga Mahaprabhu, then really we would be able to cry and cry day and night like these great devotees, no? Our Guru Varga. Are kabe nitai karuna karibe samsara vasana mora kabe tuchha have. No, the Nitai, so again we need the mercy of Nitai. That when will Nitai be merciful to me and bestow his full karuna, his kripa upon me, so that all my samsara vasana, those desires to enjoy in this material world, it will just become zero. You know, when I can spit on them, tuchha have, so they have become very insignificant. And Vishai Chadiya Kabe, Shuddha Haveman, Kabe Hamma Haribo Sri Vrindavan. No? Vishayacharya, when we give up all this sanskritification, now by the mercy of Nityananda it is possible, and then Shuddha Havema, my mind will become pure. Kabe Hamma Haribo, then I can see Sri Vrindavan, no? In this way. Narottam Das Thakur, he was staying in Vrindavan by writing this. So, in this way also, how he can write, he is staying in Vrindavan, he is there with Lokanath Goswami and all the devotees and living there, but still he is, oh, when will that day come that I can see Vrindavan? So it's not just in this way Gurudev is telling that he wants to teach us. You cannot go to Vrindavan and just see Vrindavan with your eyes. No, it's you need a purified heart to go to these places. It doesn't matter if it is Vrindavan or Navadvip, to all those places. Our senses, they are admendra pritivancha daribole kam. No, that means we have karma. If we are absorbed in sense gratification, that is karma. But krishnendya priti icha daribrahma. If we serve our senses, that is called karma, lust. But if we serve the senses of Lord Krishna, then that is called prema. So these basic things, this basic tattva about bhakti tattva and all this, the sahajas, they cannot understand. They think with the impure heart, they can just sit and remember the Ekadas Bhav. Ekadas Bhav is like 11 sentiments, which the Guru will tell them, oh, your place is this, your name is this, your age is this, and your seva is this. So in this way, it's all false. At that time, that can be never there. It's only creating a big confusion, so one has to be careful because many already, especially those who have no idea of Tattva Gyan, they fall in this trap of those sahajas and they end there, somewhere in Radhakund or wherever. No? So we have to be careful. Prabhupada, he emphasized the preaching No, they also, the Babaji Sahajas, they are not going out. They are just sitting in the room and they think they can close their windows and doors and then imagine all this. It's all imagination. Or not even that. Who knows? Because, and so Prabhupada said, no, there has to be first developed Sambandha Tattva. You preach about Sambandha Tattva, Guru Tattva, Vidhi Marg, and Atma Tattva, all these things. If we have, like Srila Shanta Goswami Maharaj, he writes also in one song, in one bhajan, Krishna dasya buli mayara bhajino, appana swarup khabana chintino, virupa swarupa bhava mudaman maya deakritsta hoy. So Maya deakritsta hoy. I have so much attraction for Maya, for this illusionary energy, because Krishna dasya buli, I have forgotten Krishna and I worship Maya. I do the puja, the worship of Maya, day and night. And in this way, appana swarupa kavana chintino, I have forgotten my own swarup. And I develop I misidentify myself always with virup. Virup, swarupa, bhavimudaman. With identity which I am not, with this material body and with the mind. So how then, in this way, one can do Raganuga Bhajana, one can... so the first thing is to be established in Atma Tattva. Because most of the people, most of us, we are absorbed in the shadow, including myself. Sadananda Swami, he was also telling that he gave that example, like if you have one apple tree or a mango tree, and that mango tree behind it, or there's a wall, no, near that mango tree, and then somehow if the sun is there in midday, then the shadow of the tree falls on that wall. It is visible there. And then Sadananda Swami is telling that most of us, they are biting in the wall. No, they're thinking that shadow as the juicy, fruity mango, which they can taste. But that is just the shadow, and they will only cut out their teeth by biting in the wall, not in the cement. So this is the enjoyment of this material world. It's like the shadow, and we are all engaged in this shadow. We don't know that there's actual fruit there. There's actual juicy fruit, very fragrant, real fruit. But instead we break our teeth by biting in the wall, no, in the shadow. So we are absorbed in something else, in the shadow. Can you imagine? Shadow has no life. It is nothing there. And Maya is the shadow of the transcendental world. So all this what we see here is lifeless. It is dead, but we feel it so, for us, it seems like tasteful. But how long? No, one day we will also realize that it is, like once there, Babaji Maharaj sometimes tells this short story with one princess. She is, because princess, so she is decorated also with very costly ornaments. And once a bird, he came and he just stole, because I think she went to the Kebat in the Ganga, and then she put her ornaments aside, and because she cannot go in the water with this, so she put her down, and one bird came, a big bird, and he just steal one of necklace, very costly necklace. And she noticed, and then she called, oh, see, what happened? This bird. Then immediately the king was informed, and he sent some of his soldiers after that bird. And then they ran and tried to catch up with that bird. And finally they saw that bird, that something fell down, something glittering. They saw it, and there was one lake. And then they thought that, oh, this now this necklace is in the lake. It fell inside the water. And really so, it was shimmering, like some glamour was there, some glittering in the water. And then all the time one of the soldiers tried to jump into water and try to snatch, to get it out. But always he came back empty-handed. And then again this glittering was there. Next one tried, he jumped inside, again nothing. So always empty-handed, until one sadhu came and he said, "Oh, what is the problem? What you're doing?" And I said, "Yeah, this happened. We are just trying to get our necklace back, but we are unable." And then he said, "You're foolish. You look up. You look up," because somehow that necklace was hanging on a twig from the tree. And this was just the light which was making this glittering in the water. So this is our situation also, that we are searching in this material world, like after that all which seems like so much glittering, no? Maya is making like a big circus, a big Disney world out of this, everything. And everything glitters and we run after that and we think that is the pleasure, that is the things what we have, but really, that what we really want is something completely elsewhere. Like Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami said, you are searching for that thing, there you bowing down to that sadhus, to those personalities which cannot give you actually what you want. So how you can expect it there? You are having the wrong address of where is Ananda, where it is available, that happiness. So you cannot get it from these places. So we are searching at the wrong address, the wrong place. Like these soldiers were just captured by that illusion of that glimmering of that light, of that necklace, which was just nothing, only like a reflection. And this material world is the same. Or if you run to sometimes also in the desert, we can run, and there we see this, like I think it's called mirage, or you can Fata Morgana, I don't know, you say. Mirage, if those who are really feeling thirsty for a long time, then they can develop such a vision that they see something there. Very nice island with water and this and that. Water is there, but always if they go near, then there is also nothing. So, and then again they very thirsty and look and they see again this. So they run and run until finally they die, because they have never reached the real water. And yes, then it's just over. One has to leave this body, one has to leave this world. So yeah, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is telling himself that for this, to give all these jewels, Srila Rupa Goswami has taught me just about Atma Tattva for a long, so many years. He always, Yat Yatmana Samadhanatma Viveka Yoga. He always tried to teach me Vivek Yoga. What is the difference between the illusion and what is the real thing? So he did nothing for many, many years, for 20, 30 years. He was only getting instructions. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, who is our Prayojan Acharya, getting only instructions about this Vivek Yoga, how to discriminate between metta and spirit. So this is what we first have to do. And at the time of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, it was also never heard really the names of Prema, or Prema. Now we take it so easily, we speak Prema and or Radha. These names were completely taboo. It was not heard. Very few, on few occasions Srila Prabhupada would say something, but really was very careful. He just would tell the devotees to discuss Siddhanta and Tattva and to develop a seva bhav. Someone cannot there are some devotees, they fall flat on the floor, they are crying, they're having ecstasy. But if they can, this is nothing. The important thing is, if they don't have seva mood to serve Guru and Vaishnava, then what is this crying and this ecstasy is all fake, it's all wrong, it's all false. And Srila Saraswati Thakur, he was each one of those sahajas, he catched the red hand. So that was his mission, to don't allow those who have, you need to have a mood of seva and also understand. Siddhantya polya chitta na koryolas, ihahate Krishna sudita manas. We cannot be lazy when it's coming to the discussion of Siddhanta and Tattva, because if we do that discussion, then sudrita manas, the mind becomes very fixed and one can easily remember the Lord after. So it is necessary to know Sambandha. That means simply one is becoming like a sahaja, and that is the outcome. Yeah, and the heart has to be clean. Cheto darpanamarjana. You're clean. Shoka amarsha bhavayer akrantam yasya manasam, that katam data mukundasya spurti sambhava bhavad is also in Bhajan Rahasya. It said that how can Mukunda, that sweet Lord, how he can manifest in a heart which is full of emotions of grief and anger, jealousy, envy and all this, how Mukunda can sit there. So we have to do the cleaning first, the process. Otherwise, but Srila Prabhupada would also say that we should not let pass the days only in anartha nivritti. No, because he said artha pravritti is also necessary. Artha pravritti means that, yes, that is now the way to enter this kind of bhajan. But first, anartha nivritti has to be there. So it is for us, this bhajan, but with the right adhika and the right qualification. And yes, just short, I want to, I don't know if it's it's already 6:50. Okay, today time is going quickly. I don't know, we can stop, or I just was, I wanted to, there's one nice pastime of Gurudev when he was, when he joined the Math in Hyderabad, and yeah, just short I can summarize it, because it's especially about the topic that sevya-sevaka, which is connected also with Balaram, and but it's very important for us as practicing sadhakas, that we should not, that it's very difficult if we have any mood of brotherhood, of fraternity, they say, because there easily some problems can creep in. Rather, one should have always the mood of sevya-sevaka, know that he is master and I am your servant. If we are too intimate, then easily some problems can start. And there Gurudev, he experienced this. I mean, he's telling these pastimes that he was in charge there of this Gaudiya Math with 3 other god brothers. And one had, I think it was Gurudev, who had seva of going for bhiksha, to beg alms here and there. Then one other, he was doing the pujari seva, and the other one was cooking. And 2 of them, they were so intimate. Even Gurudev, he said, he warned them before that they should not be so intimate with each other, because there some problem can develop. And yeah, so it actually happened. And they had some dispute, and then one day Gurudev came back from his bhiksha and he saw that there was no cooking, and all those devotees, they were sleeping and hiding, I mean, covered in their bedsheet and sleeping. And so there was no seva anymore. There was no seva of Thakurji, no puja, no cooking, nothing. All this stopped. And Gurudev, he thought, okay, let's take a bath, because he was just coming from outside. No, it's the rule, because we also learn it from Babaji Maharaj. Every time when he's going out, or because any possibility that people touch you and this, who knows where they have gone. So one has to take bath with all, wash all the clothes, wash everything. And Gurudev was also putting fresh tilak and then cooking and doing arati on the puja of Thakurji. And also he was distributing it, the prasadam, after on some plates and putting to their individual places, to these other devotees. And this was some days it was going on like this, yes, and until finally they came, and that they came crying, oh, you're doing all the seva all the time, and we were just, we stopped all our seva, and you do everything. And Gurudev said, yes, if a woman, she also works, she can, because Gurudev saw always everything, every situation as anukul, no favorable. He could also say, oh, how I can do it now, all this seva, I have to speak with them. He could just go to them and wake them up, and but instead very quietly, he was doing all the seva. Can you imagine? For which 3 persons are doing. And then he was doing all alone. And yet later they say, oh, you did all this seva now, all these days. And Gurudev just said, yes, I see that even mothers, even like a woman, she also goes to work, she has to work, then she has to cook, she has to be with the children, she has to be with the husband. So in this way we can learn what was the mood, how Gurudev saw this situation. And he said, I have a male body, so I have to be more strong. I have to be able to do more seva. Very, very beautiful. And then, yes, so from that moment they understood what was their mistake, because they did not follow this formula of being too intimate, of better to be not too intimate with each other, to always have that mood of sevya-sevaka bhav, that the other one, he is, he is the master and I am the servant. We should always think, everyone else is master, I am a servant. If all are thinking like this, if I am always in the position of a servant, then I'm always safe. But if I feel myself in a position as master, then also big problem. So we have to get this mood right, that we, and then all the relationships will be very smoothly, because one will not start to fight with each other. If I'm always the servant, then I cannot start some dispute or some fight with someone. No, I'm always very humble. And that's how Gurudev said. That's why I never had any problem or any dispute with any of my god brothers, or with those whom I have to be here and there while traveling, even though we had so many differences. But because of this mood, I kept always that I am the servant of everyone. Then I was always safe. So this is a great gift, what I think what Gurudev wants to give us, and which we all can try our best to also adopt it in our life. And from that we will get a great benefit, because this is also the mood of Nityananda Prabhu Balaram. He is always the servant. He is so great, he is also Ishvara, he is Bhagavan, but still he likes to take the mood of a servant, even Krishna. So what to speak of us? Should we not also try to take this position more often than to take that position of a master? Many, many problems would be solved, I think so. And so yes, then let's stop today, and we can pray all together to Srila Rupa Goswami, to Nityananda, Balaram, to all our Guru Varga for their kripa, so that that we can also become an actual sevak, no? With that right heart, that right mood, and in this way, yes, success is, I think, is guaranteed. Okay, then if any thing more, then please, any question or any suggestion or some things someone want to tell, then please feel free, and otherwise we will stop. Okay, seems like no question is good.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji, thank you very much. What else can be said after your beautiful words?
No, not my words. I'm just trying to say something what I have heard, But yes, thank you. So then, Dandavat to all, and see you or hear you next week by the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava.
Okay.